All right, welcome back everybody. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. Thank you all so much for joining me here today in this video. Nervos partnership to build the first cross-chain bridge with Cardano. This collaboration is going to let Cardano and Nervos token holders transmit their value across both platforms. Exciting development there as it relates to interoperability. We're going to be taking a look at that in more detail. Also, we see Cardano prepare for ADA to heat up as summer approaches. So a lot of anticipation now coming up for the Alonzo hard fork, which will bring about smart contract functionality on Cardano. A lot of people are anticipating a very hot 90 days coming up this summer. Of those that are looking at ADA as a viable investment option, we see now institutions are also eyeing up this cryptocurrency as a asset class that they want to have exposure to for themselves and their clients. Taking a look at that and giving you all some thoughts as it relates to institutional interest for Cardano. Also, we see a new version of the Daedalus Flight wallet version 4.1.0. We're going to take a look at some of the new features for this version of Daedalus Flight and what we can expect in the very near future rolled out on the mainnet. Lastly, we're going to be taking a look at Marlowe. Marlowe is a domain-specific language to write financial smart contracts on Cardano. Taking a look at that as well as the webinar that will be happening on June 3rd. So a very exciting development there for people who are interested in the applications that can be written on Cardano. So lots of exciting things to talk about here in this video, so be sure to stay tuned. Welcome back everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. So to get things started, we see big news, a Nervos partnership with Cardano. So with this partnership allowing for interoperability between both of these blockchains. Very interesting development here as it relates to usability for the broader crypto ecosystem. We see now that blockchains such as Cardano are going to have the functionality of smart contracts, but then also being able to talk to other blockchains and tap into the value that other networks can bring about as well. So this is a big development, exciting to see this. Nervos is developing this robust network through three key components. Together, these make up the universal passport, Nervos' approach to next generation interoperability. PW Core enables developers to build applications on all chains. Nervos Polyjuice is an Ethereum-compatible layer that allows developers to port a smart contract from Ethereum to Nervos. And Force Bridge, a trustless bridge that enables cross-chain transactions between Nervos and a spectrum of blockchains. Nervos will use Force Bridge to connect directly to Cardano, which means that users will be able to transact using their existing Cardano wallets. So it's nice to see what they've done is made it so that the end user has a seamless experience being able to transact tokens from both of these blockchains. So what does this mean in practice? Holders of Nervos CK Byte or CKB and ADA will be able to transact both currencies interchangeably. Nervos users will also be able to take advantage of Cardano's native assets standard to create tokens that can be ported and used across both networks. So nice to see that Cardano also has a big focus on interoperability. Talking to other blockchains is going to be a big value proposition because there's a lot of value that is stored on other networks, and having the ability to talk to other networks and bring value together from different users of different platforms is going to be a very viable thing as we move forward with bringing about mainstream adoption for blockchain. One of the analogies that Charles Hoskinson often references is if you think about having an iPhone and not being able to get connected to the internet because the router that you have only connects to Android devices. So something like that is a very key topic of consideration related to interoperability of blockchains. You have these different platforms, but the idea isn't necessarily to try and create value only for yourself and your users, but rather making it available to the broader ecosystem so that everybody is able to participate and add value to the entire space. So nice to see this, Nervos partnering with Cardano to build the first cross-chain bridge. Next up, taking a look at some of the people who are interested in ADA. So it's been quite a ride this year. Recently, we saw the markets take a bit of a dip. Bitcoin went all the way down to as low as $30,000. We saw the price of ADA also wick down to $1 very briefly. And something like this is very indicative of where we are right now in these markets. I still think that we are due for the course of continuing this bull market, but what's very noticeable as we go through this next phase of the cycle, whether or not we do have somewhat of a prolonged sideways moving Bitcoin and consolidation, or if we do continue higher with this bull cycle, I do think that institutions are looking at Cardano as a very viable investment option for themselves and their investors. So with this being said, we see that all these different articles are coming out talking about Cardano and what's going to be coming up within the next 90 days with Goguen and smart contracts. So this article is from Investor Place. I'm not going to read this article because what we're seeing lately is that there are so many different articles that are very similar to this talking about these different developments. So institutions are looking at ADA. I found this on Twitter. This is from Grant Stansberry, and he put out some really interesting research here looking at inflows for institutions related to cryptocurrencies. So Grayscale, of course, a big holder of Bitcoin, Ethereum with their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, Grayscale Ethereum Trust. Will they be looking at Cardano ADA next? Time will tell. But what we see here is that flows by assets, we see that the total weekly flows from some of these institutions, this is an aggregated list of data we see here for these different cryptocurrencies. We see Bitcoin is actually down on the week, whereas assets such as Ethereum, Binance, Polkadot, Litecoin, and Cardano are among the top, which are currently being accumulated by institutions. So something to keep an eye on. This is very interesting to see now as these larger investment groups get interested into crypto. So something I'm keeping an eye on, these institutions we know are buying up crypto, and it just so happens that with this opportunity where we are at right now, the individual, the mom and pop, the everyday person on the street has the opportunity to front run these institutions in a big way. So despite the prices where they are now, having seen some incredible returns since this time last year, I do still think that there is a considerable upside potential for ADA going into the rest of this year. Of course, not financial advice, but keeping an eye on these developments as they come out. Another interesting development we see here from the Daedalus team is that the new Daedalus flight candidate version has been released, version 4.1.0. With this new version, we see a few new features that are very notable for native tokens. So native tokens are represented as whole numbers, numbers without decimals on the blockchain. However, fungible tokens usually have one or more decimal points. Daedalus 4.1 enables manual configuration of the number of decimals that is required for each native token held in your wallet. So it's a bit of technical stuff, but if you do have your native assets, now you'll be able to add decimal places to that like you would with ADA. So some cool things here in this article. I will be sure to leave a link for you all if you guys want to check out all the cool screenshots that they've shown us here in this article. One thing with Daedalus Flight to note is that Daedalus Flight is actually a test candidate for new features before they get rolled out to the mainnet. So what we're seeing right here, these are still in the testing implementation, and once they get the okay saying that all of these new features are bug-free, we will see these features added to the mainnet version of Daedalus. So nice work from the Daedalus team. Looking forward to these cool new features. Another very exciting development, just wanted to quickly share with you all. So you guys know we've been working very, very hard on KAIZN NFTs. For everybody who has supported our project, a big thank you all so much. We have some exciting things planned for these NFTs once smart contracts are rolled out. So if you are looking at NFT projects and you want something interesting that you feel like will bring value to the Cardano community, would greatly appreciate your support. With that being said, I'm excited to announce that we have finally been added to the CNFT Discord channel. So for those of you who have picked up your KAIZN NFTs, you can join us over at the KAIZN Crypto Discord channel on CNFT, where you can show off your NFT, you can trade with other members in the community, lots of cool stuff happening there on CNFT Discord. Of course, when we do have smart contracts, we're going to have a full-scale marketplace with this platform. So lots of exciting things to look forward to with KAIZN NFTs. Next up, we've got some exciting news coming from Project Catalyst. Fund4 voting registration starts tomorrow, June 3rd at 1600 UTC time. So Fund4, very highly anticipated, the long-awaited voting registration has now finally come. So as far as how you can go about registering, you can use either the Daedalus or Yoroi wallet in order to register to vote. I will be sure to create content showing you this process for both wallets. If you are interested in that type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that notification bell so you know exactly when I post those videos. Now, as far as the process of being able to register to vote, so you would need 500 ADA. So 500 is now the minimum requirement to be able to vote. So as far as having this ADA, would you need to lock it up when you're registering to vote? So the answer to that is no, but you do need to make sure that your funds are there in your wallet at the time of the snapshot. Your wallet does not need to be delegated in order to vote. So what does it mean by snapshot? So when you register to vote, what's going to happen is that your wallet balance will carry over a certain amount of voting power. The amount of ADA you have in your wallet at the time of the balance snapshot will determine your voting power when it comes time to vote for these proposals in Project Catalyst. Now, the exact date and time for this balance snapshot is going to be June 11th, 2021, 11 a.m. UTC time. So if you have more than 500 ADA, you can use more than that, but the minimum requirement is 500 ADA. So the amount of ADA that you hold in your wallet during the time of the balance snapshot will reflect your voting power 1-to-1 during the time of voting. So excited about that. Project Catalyst is underway. The registration starts tomorrow, June 3rd, 1600 UTC time, and I will be creating some content for you so that you know how to go through the process of registering to vote. And last up, for those of you all who stayed till the very end, taking a look at Marlowe, reimagining peer-to-peer finance. Marlowe is a domain-specific language that is meant to write financial smart contracts for Cardano. This is going to allow for the everyday average person who knows very little about blockchain technology to be able to write applications for things such as DeFi, lending, escrow, derivatives, swaps, securities. So many different things and applications which we would see in the mainstream can now be brought over to blockchain using tools such as Marlowe. One of these that are really cool is a new one called Marlowe Run. So this product will allow users to seamlessly execute off-the-shelf financial agreements with friends or clients in a secure fashion and on their own. With added automation features and no need for third parties, this peer-to-peer solution will be cost-effective and, more importantly, democratizing. So with this suite of tools that we have available now, once Gogan is rolled out on the mainnet, you'll be able to write these applications. We are actually going to have a webinar series taking place tomorrow on June 3rd, 2021. I'm really excited about this. I'm definitely going to be there. I hope you're able to attend. We're going to get the opportunity to hear from Dr. Willie Brammertz, Shruti Appia, and Professor Simon Thompson, all three of which who have experience when it comes to finance and blockchain technology. So excited about this. Be sure to register. I will be sure to leave this link as well down in the description. You can go ahead and fill out this form to make sure that you save your seat. All right, everyone. Well, that is what I have for you all here in this video today. So many exciting things coming up with Cardano. The next 90 days are really gearing up to be the most exciting in Cardano's history. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like for me. It definitely does help support our channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what excites you most about Cardano. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.